was one of the best shows I've ever seen, and it was in Williamsburg, and that gave me a chance to explore Williamsburg because I'd never been there before.
I thought it was amazing. The music, the setting, I think everything came together really well.
It was a great story, simple as that.
I liked how all of the aspects of the different instruments blended well together.
That was incredible, and that was another aspect of theater, which is really breaking the barriers of creativity.
One thing I hadn't imagined happening would be going to a show where people were jumping off of things. Strike Forces was one of the best shows I've ever seen, and it had a lot to do with physics, and I hated physics in school, but I found myself making the connections oh, well, that's air resistance, that's why she just didn't fall flat on the floor. So I'm wow, you never know where things are going to connect and where you're going to use things again. So
I liked films that I thought I wouldn't like we watched Shadows, which is a 1959 black and white movie, and I thought that I was gonna hate it, and I ended up loving it, and I couldn't stop talking about it for weeks. That my parents were okay, that's enough, Melissa. But you have to be open to everything because you don't know what everything brings, and you have to be open to everyone's opinions because they could clash, but you also have to learn how to ride that line between sticking to what you believe and not offending anyone else.
I was able to learn how to understand the meaning of every film, and it also helped me a lot about the skills that it takes to make a movie, see what's really happening, what's actually predict a little bit what's gonna come up next, and it actually helped me to become a better writer itself, because I used to say what I thought, not what I really meant, or to communicate with the person that's actually reading it.
TRaC really taught me that, well, to be more open-minded. I think in college you meet a lot of different people, people who think different ways than you, and that's the type of people who I met in TRaC. Not everyone really thought the same. When we looked at a piece of art, everyone processed it differently and everyone interpreted it in their own way. So I think in college, since I'll be meeting so many new people with different ideas and mindsets, I think it kind of got me used to that.
Learning to just be open-minded, learning how to think about things in a different way, and that could definitely go with me to college because I'm not going to always be exactly where I want to be or do exactly what I want to do. I'll have to have an open mind. So that I definitely got that from TRaC.